combination of Nikola and CCIV. It's like a combination of Nikola.
There once was a stock that put to sea. The name of the stock was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought it. With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist's creed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up, then down once more. All gains were lost, it was looking poor, but still those traders did hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The short's not squeezed and the gain's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Oh, I bid farewell to my monthly paycheck, and I gambled it all on a GME bet. To hold with the boys and ignore calls to sell until we have given the hedgies all hell. And the tendies and diamonds are filling my mind. I'll search for the moon and pay losses no mind. I fear not the hedgie, I fear not his greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Plot a course off to Mars from the orbit of Moon to a place where my gains grew along with my crew. It's not about greed, no, I tell to my best, but sending a message to Wall Street the pest. As the words of their dread fill the space of my ears, they're crying like children, their saltiest tears. My heart fills with joy, then it's bigger than we. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Oh, for sure they will learn that there is consequence for playing with markets for his needs and ends. But when Reddit investors used their tricks on them, they screamed and they shouted while we bought again. As the sights of their rage filled the space in my eyes, for they duped us, but they won't escape us this time. We're this far from winning, this far from their greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Now that I'm staring down on the feds and the rich, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think it's this. As my brothers stand in the raging typhoon, I hold on to my shares as they launch towards the moon. As the souls of huddlers live for air in my mind, as I fulfill the dreams that they once tried to find, I look from the moon with the stars within reach. I remember Wall Street bets and they think of me, for our stocks with the moonshot forever will be. I remember the fallen and they think of me, for the hedges shall crumble and fall to their knees. If tomorrow all the gains were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my stimulus and wife. I thank my lucky stars to be trading here today, 'cause we all still hold our calls and shares, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. From the floor in New York City to accounts on Fidelity, from the house of your wife's boyfriend, you just tried to make him see. From you deep fucking value and your own portfolio, where there's tendies in every artist's gut, and it's time we buy and hold. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? It is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. I'm your host, Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. Now, as you can see, today I'm reporting to you live from Ramenistan. It's funny because actually I had the Wall Street background just up before I was getting set up for the show, and I usually use the Wall Street background when it's a neutral day. You know, I use the Tendi background when it's a good day, Wall Street neutral, and Ramenistan when it's a bad day. And it didn't seem all that bad when I was setting up for the show like half an hour ago. And then I took a look at the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Everything is red now. So, yeah. So, Ramenistan. I guess we're going with Ramenistan today. Don't get to use it too much, so always fun. So, got a great show for you guys today. Well, we're going to talk about microvision. Of course, we have to talk about microvision. Have been for the past few days. The story has not ended yet. And I got a lot of updates about that and thoughts about that. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about microvision. Then we're going to talk about Mind Medicine. Mind Medicine, which is a stock that just went on the NASDAQ yesterday. There's a lot of hype about it. A lot of apes like it. So we're going to discuss what that is. Take a look at some DDs. And just before we do that, it's not a complete DD, all right? Before you guys jump on my case and I didn't do the research, it's just a quick look at what it is, all right? I'm going to do the full DD this weekend. And then if we got time, we're going to talk about some Apple options, some unusual activity. And then if we got time, we'll talk about some Tesla news, some minor Tesla news. And then, of course, we're going to get to the YOLOs, which is everyone's favorite part. So, yeah, let's do it. Before we begin, please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. And also, just a reminder, at 100 subscribers, I will be giving away an Xbox Series S. I finally got it. So, at 100 subs, one of you lucky guys is going to win this. All right. All right, let's do it. See, I still got the other background up here. Let me change that. Boom, that's better. Ramenistan. I'm eating ramens with you brothers today. Okay. Boom, TD, let's do it. So, look at that. Nasty, nasty. All red. All in the red. The Dow Jones is down 0.48%. The NASDAQ is down 0.42%. And the S&P 500 is down 0.08%. And that was the only one in the green, literally like a minute before closing, and then right into the red. So, yeah, not a great day. Not a great way to finish the day. But I guess it wasn't all too bad. It wasn't like a bloodbath or anything, so nothing crazy. All right, let's get into the individual stocks, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I do want to get to the important stuff, being microvision and mind medicine and then the YOLOs. So let's just take a quick look at what happened today. Okay. Oops. Apple is down 0.6%. Can this thing ever break 135? We shall see. Oh, look, actually it's up after hours. Interesting. Well, maybe it will break 135. AMD is down 1.4%. A lot of apes like AMD of late. So that's down today. Amazon is up 1.2%. Afria which is a cannabis meme stock, that is up 9.2% today. And most of the cannabis stocks did pretty well today. They were holding up the market, kind of. ASO, meme stock, that's down 1.43%. Alibaba up 0.34%. Blink Charging, that's a meme stock, up almost 7%. Oh, this is something to talk about. Clover Health. Clover Health looks like got a very nice gain today, up 13.64%. Maybe a little bit of a short squeeze, or gamma squeeze, I should say. Clover Health was there was some hype about it last week and the week before, but the hype kind of died down, so Clover's being talked about again. So interesting there to see what happened with Clover. Coinbase is down 1.31%. Figures, right? What else we got here? DraftKings is up almost 1%. Facebook up 1.16%. GME is up 0.46%. Not sure what it was this morning, but it finishes in the green, so that's good for GME. Hey, Google doing really well, and this comes right after earnings. Up another 3% today. Very good for Google. Okay, what else we got? Wow, Marathon, which is a Bitcoin exposure stock, that's up over 10% today, 10.32%. Whoa! Whoa, Mind Medicine. All right, honestly, I didn't know it went up this much today because earlier this afternoon it was up like 4%. So this is the first time I'm seeing it closing at 13.68%. Yep. Attendees for you Mind Medicine apes. Hear a siren here, so I might have to mute in a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk over it because I'm probably gonna edit this out in the video anyway. I don't want to waste much time. Microsoft is down 2.83%. We'll get to Microvision in a second. Neo. Wow, what happened to Neo? Neo was up, like, in the green all day, and it finishes down slightly red. Sad. But not too bad. Okay. Wow. Or, excuse me, Pinterest. Wow, what happened to Pinterest? That thing got slammed today, down 14.5%. Nano Dimension, that's down 2%. OCGN, that's down almost 4%. Playboy, it's been going on a crazy run of late. That's down 4.62%. Peloton is up 0.86%. Roblox is up 1.74%. Riot Blockchain, which is a crypto exposure stock, that's up 8.42%. And that's been having a pretty rough time of late, so I'm glad to see that. Shopify. Wow, Shopify is up 11.4%. Very nice. Skills, that's down 6.5%. Snapchat up 2.5%. Sundial Growers, which is a cannabis stock, that's up 5%. Spotify, what's going on with Spotify? Wow, down 12.32%. Ouch. Tilray up 9%. Another cannabis stock, very nice. Tesla down about 1.5%. You apes already know, just Diamond Hands Tesla. Don't freak out. Oh, what happened to Viacom? Whoa. I did not see that. Down 3.22%. That's not good. Okay. Interesting. All right, so now let's talk about microvision. Okay, so let's talk about microvision. The saga continues, huh? And I guess tomorrow the saga ends, or tomorrow is the climax of the saga. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, but this is gonna be really interesting. Okay, so if you guys recall, what did I say yesterday? I said, well, what did I say? Well, okay, what did I say yesterday? I said I expect the microvision stock to keep drilling through the rest of the week, all through earnings, because I expect the news to start selling, right? Buy the hype, sell the news. So I was saying we're seeing buying the hype, and now we're going to start seeing selling the news. So that was my prediction. Now, what happens this morning? One second. I'm going to pull that up. What happened this morning? Okay. So right here, what happened this morning? Literally, right before the market opened, a couple minutes before the market opened. What happens? Microvision sends out a tweet right here. Says, Microvision completed development of its A-sample platform. Expects availability of a version of its LiDAR sensor in Q3 or Q4. And then, they had the press release if you want to go check that out. And then what happens as soon as they send a tweet out? The stock moons, takes an absolute rocket. So it moonshots, and it went pretty high today. I'm not gonna lie. At one point, this thing got all the way up to like $26. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I could not believe it. But it seems like throughout the day, people were being logical, taking profits. So we went from $26 and it closed at around 21, and I see in the aftermarket it is falling a little bit. So, but overall, it was still a gain today, about 4% gain. So, by any normal standard, that's a really good day, right? But not for apes. For apes, anything less than like 30% is not a good day. So, sorry, apes didn't make it 30% today, but at least you made 4%. Now, this tweet was a little strange to me, okay? It was a bit suspicious. Because, like I've been saying the past couple of days, if you think about it, the catalyst coming up tomorrow, since it was moved up by a week, you would expect good news, right? Because usually when a company moves up their earnings, they're going to tell you really good stuff. So I was saying that we should expect that they're going to announce a working LiDAR and it's ready for market. And possibly they're going to announce a profitable quarter. So the news that dropped today, right, confirmed my suspicions and everyone else's suspicions that, yes, it's confirmed, in fact, that they do have a working LiDAR prototype and it will be available for market in Q3 or Q4. That's what they claim. quite honestly, I thought it was priced in. But apparently, I guess it wasn't priced in. Now it's definitely priced in. It was just really weird to me about the timing of this tweet and just the overall circumstances of the tweet, right? So yesterday, your stock gets slammed 25%, goes down to $20. And all indications were saying that it's going to get slammed even more today. And then right before market open, they drop this huge news that they're supposed to drop tomorrow, right? Like, I don't understand why you couldn't wait one day to drop the news that you were going to drop anyway, right? So, and this is just my opinion, just speculation, right? So, it seems like Microvision was trying to save and pump their own stock up. Just speculation, but just the timing of everything and the circumstances makes this seem really, really strange. And I truly do believe that if they did not come out with this tweet this morning, this thing would have drilled all day. Drill, 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 drill. All day. But it didn't, and Microvision finishes at 21 for the day. Now let's think about this, right? So this was the big news. This was the big news. LiDAR complete, ready for market soon. So what exactly are they going to say tomorrow now? Right? What are they going to say? All they can really say is the only surprises that are really going to send this stock up after tomorrow is if they announce that they have a profitable quarter. There's a lot of speculation about that. And other than that, the only thing they can really say to move the stock up is that they got acquired. And I highly doubt anyone thinks that. Even the super bulls, I highly doubt that they think that Microvision is going to announce an acquisition tomorrow. So, to me, just my opinion, it really looks like this thing is running out of steam. It's running out of hype. Tomorrow's the last day, and there's no more hype. The hype was dropped today. So what are they going to say tomorrow? My prediction, tomorrow, this thing is going to sell off. But that's just my opinion. So, I've been saying it all along. I think you guys should sell, and I'm still going to say it. I think you guys should sell. Whether you're short or you're long, I think you should sell. If you're long, you should sell and pick it back up later. So, very, very interesting. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm not going to be too polarizing today and start arguing with people. But this was very interesting stuff. And tomorrow's the big day, the big catalyst after the market closes, after hours. And what's going on? There's a lot of speculation that after tomorrow this thing is going to go flying. I really don't think so. I think tomorrow we're going to see a case of sell the news. And I personally think this thing is going to pull back. So it remains to be seen. The Microvision saga continues. And tomorrow is the big climax. And I think no matter what happens, it's going to be extremely entertaining, right? I think everybody can agree on that. and honestly, I do hope it goes up, all right? You Microvision bulls, all you apes, I'm with you guys, all right? I want you guys to make money. I don't want you guys to lose money. That's why I'm saying to sell. But I do hope it goes up. I hope everyone makes money. That's the ultimate goal of this show. It's to entertain and to help you guys make money. Why do I keep lagging? What's going on? Okay. So, I guess I'll end this with good luck to all the Microvision apes. I recommend you sell, but if you decide to diamond hands, I respect it.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
And we shall see what happens tomorrow. Get your popcorn out, everyone, and strap in for a crazy ride, whether that's to the moon or drilling down to Earth. Okay, now let's talk about the new hot stock. It looks like the Microvision hype is dying down, and this is the new big thing. It's Mind Medicine, ticker MN. Ticker MNMD. Mind Medicine. And full transparency, before I do this, this is not a full due diligence, all right? Not a full DD. I didn't have the time to go over it yet, so I'm just pulling a few things from what I found on their website and on Reddit. And we're going to take a look at it together. This weekend, when I have more time, I'll do a full due diligence, and I'll probably post a video then. But for now, let's just take a quick look at what Mind Medicine is. So here's their website. Says... It says they help with mental health, breakthrough mental healing. We help patients unlock the healing power of the mind through psychedelic inspired medicines and experiential therapies. Together we can overcome. Okay, so it looks like they specialize in treating mental health and addiction with drugs, with psychedelic drugs, you know, like acid, LSD, and mushrooms. Don't try that at home, kids. So it says... So it says here these are commercial drug development programs. So their LSD experiential therapy, that is almost complete. That's in phase 2B, whatever that means. 18MC? Alright, honestly, I don't know what that is. I've never done that before. And I've never done acid either. LSD microdosing. So that helps with ADHD. Okay, so the LSD experiential therapy helps with anxiety. The 18MC helps with addiction. And the LSD microdosing helps with ADHD. And then, I guess they also treat headaches. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I guess the quick summary would be this is a pharmaceutical company that treats mental health and addiction with psychedelic drugs. Now let's take a look at some DDs about this company. Let me mute for a second here. I hear a siren. Excuse me. Just wait for the siren to pass. My apologies. Alright, so before we get into the DDs, let's take a look at simplywall.street. Simplywall.st. This just gives us a quick overview of what to expect. This just gives us a quick overview about what to expect from this company and this stock. So it says in the risk analysis, the stock has been highly volatile over the past 3 months. Shares have been substantially diluted in the past year. It's currently unprofitable and not predicted to become profitable over the next 3 years, and less than 3 years of financial data is available. So maybe because the company hasn't been around for that long yet, not quite sure. Is their share price liquid and... Excuse me, guys. Not a great start to the show. Okay. So is their share price liquid and stable? It got a fail for that. It says highly volatile over the past 3 months. Have shareholders been diluted over the past year? They got a fail for that. Shareholders have been substantially diluted in the past year. Are they forecast to achieve profitability? Fail on that. Yeah, we already read all this. Are they in a good financial position? They got a pass on that one. They have sufficient cash for at least 1 year of operations. That's really not too much if you ask me. But it says they're not in danger of going out of business for 1 year. No dividend. Do they have a meaningful market cap? They got a pass on that. The market cap is over $2 billion. So in summary, it's a new company. The stock is highly volatile. The shares have been diluted, so they're selling shares to raise cash. It's not profitable yet. So, I guess in summary, this is a highly speculative stock. And you guys already know what I think about speculation, right? I'm not a big fan of speculation. I believe in fundamentals and technicals, not speculation. So already, I don't have the greatest feeling about this, but let's continue. Okay, now let's take a look at some DDs. And this is a bullish DD to start with. This is by Just on the Horizon. But he says it was reposted by Izzy for real. So this one is by Izzy. This one is by Izzy for real. Alright, so let's take a look at what he has to say. I hate New York. My apologies. So, institutional capital. He says that he knows of a few asset managers that now are participating in the stock. Not sure how credible that is, but if you just go check the short data, it appears that, or excuse me, if you just go check the stock data, it appears that retail owns most of this stock. This stock is only 15% owned by institutions. So the other 85% is retail. But he says more institutions are looking into getting into this. Access to liquidity, so he admits that they had to sell shares to raise money. But this is necessary to grow. That is true. Believe in the science. So this gets speculative, right? This comes down to your own opinion and research, I guess, about LSD and other psychedelics and how they can be effective and marketable. He talks about forecasts, so like he predicts how high the stock is going to go, but more speculation. We're not going to get into that. And then he tries to talk about what the stock should be valued at. And again, we're not going to get into this. It's just more speculation. So most of this DD is based on speculation. It's about what you predict the stock is going to be worth. It's about what you predict. It's about predicting how much the institutions like the stock. It's about believing in the future of the company and the potential of the company. It's about believing in the science of the psychedelics. and then he mentioned some figures about what he thinks the stock price should be worth and how much the market cap should be worth, but again, not going to get into that, just speculation. So, pretty good information here. Let's take a look at the next one. And what is going on outside today? Why is it so noisy, man? These damn trucks and motorcycles and ambulances and this guy playing his damn tuba. Okay, so here's another DD, and this one is pretty unbiased. This guy does a good job of pointing out the strengths and weaknesses. And this is by the Walrus SC2. He says he's a YouTuber with 45k subs. Respect. I want to get there. Okay. So, strengths. First mover. It has the first mover advantage, being the first psychedelic company in the pharmacy space. It's heavily owned by retail. The war on drugs and the stigma of drugs is starting to die down. It's becoming more accepted. Says they have an extensive pipeline to get their psychedelics. Not sure how true that is, but that's what he says. And he says there's minimal side effects of the psychedelics and it's non-addictive. Again, not sure how true that is, just speculation. Weaknesses. So, the weaknesses, he says that the clinical stage, weaknesses, he says that it's heavily dependent on investors. So, I guess their money is going to come from just diluting shares for the most part. No revenue, no income for 5 years to come. So the website before we looked at said 3 years. This guy's saying 5 years. So this is a long-term play if you want to get into this. Share dilution pending. Does that mean they're going to announce another share offering? I really don't know, but that's not good if they do in the short term. Says their pipeline is based on Schedule 1 illicit substance. The entire he says their entire pipeline is based on Schedule 1 illicit substances. So there might be some problems with legality here, potentially. And it says that if the FDA doesn't approve this, then this is going to cast doubt on the industry. He says that if the FDA doesn't approve their first drug, then it's not going to look good going forward for the rest of their drugs. Opportunities. Says it's a huge industry worth $30 billion. It has the first mover reputation and recognition. and it has international collaboration in the US, Canada, and the EU. The threats. The CEO and co-founder recently dumped 56% of his shares. That is kind of alarming. That's kind of a red flag. Kind of reminds me of what Chamath did with Clover Health. Form the company and dump it and leave everyone holding the bag. And also with Richard Branson, with and also with Virgin Galactic, same thing. Chamath formed the company, took it public through his SPAC, dumped his shares. You're left holding the bag. And Richard Branson did the same thing. CEO formed the company with Chamath, dumped his shares, and now the apes are holding the bag. So, TLDR. The reality is that this stock is 5+ years away from meaningful revenue and who knows how long from profitability. However, with one of the thickest pipelines I've ever seen, retail holding 93% of the float, and psychedelics being literal social media bait, this is going to be one you're going to want to keep on your radar to trade on clinical news drops over the years. Okay, so this guy did a really good job of outlining the positives and the negatives and the possible goods and the possible bads. So I appreciate this post, the Walrus SC2. Thank you for this. All right. Now let's take a look at a bearish case. This is a bearish DD. I usually shout whoever posted. I usually shout the user who posts this stuff, but I can't even read. Lance Allon. This is by Lance Alloyne. What is going on outside? Oh my god. This is by Lance Alloyne. And I have not read through this one yet. I literally found this a couple minutes before the show started. So what I'm seeing what I'm reading, I'm seeing for the first time, alright? He argues that they specialize in mental health, but there are already a lot of antidepressants on the market. They're not psychedelics, but he argues that antidepressants are probably the more favored way to go, at least at this time, and it will be in the short term. So first argument is antidepressants is better than psychedelics. 1 second, there's a siren. Unbelievable. My apologies. A lot of noise going on outside today. It's a nice day. I guess everyone's out. I don't know. But it's messing up my show, so my apologies. Then he addresses the anxiety. He says that opioids are more favored than psychedelics. So, antidepressants better than psychedelics, opioids better than psychedelics. For addiction, he says that there's a lot of other ways to treat addiction already. And same thing for ADHD. You don't need LSD. You don't need to microdose LSD to help with your ADHD. There's medicine for that. Okay. TLDR. MindMed is trying hard to appear as the next big thing, but all they have is a highly contested pipeline of low innovation drugs. They are stretched thin between drug development and AI and lack the proper verticality to achieve success, but are too high level to succeed as an but are too high level to succeed as a growth company. Ride the hype while it lasts, I guess. Okay, so this guy makes a pretty good case. He pretty much just says this company is bad because there's a lot of other treatments that are currently being used and accepted over psychedelics. And he pretty much says it's all hype, it's all speculation, and he doesn't think it's good. Now, here's my personal opinion. I probably wouldn't put my money in this, and I haven't done a full due diligence again, but just based on this, you guys already know me. I don't like speculation. I like fundamentals and technicals. And this is another stock that's just purely based on speculation. They're in the trial round now. They're developing their drugs, so they have no marketable product yet. And even when they do, it needs to be approved by the FDA. And this is a new industry where um a lot of people might not be on board with psychedelics because because this guy is right. It's not as accepted as traditional medicines like antidepressants and opioids. Quite honestly, this really reminds me of weed stocks. Like when weed stocks first came out, not now, but like way back when weed stocks first came out, kind of reminds me of that. It's like speculation in a new industry, and the future is really uncertain. But you're betting for the really, really long term. You're hoping in a couple of years from now, who knows, 5, 10 years, 20 years, um, laws and regulations are going to change, and it's going to be more accepted, and the industry is going to grow. That's really what you're betting on. All speculation. And honestly, even if you're long the stock, I wouldn't be so quick to FOMO in right now. One second, guys. This is literally like the 7th siren today. I'm getting really pissed. Oh, great. Now there's a fire truck. My apologies. Really not happy today. So let's just take a look at Tilray as an example, right? Tilray is one of the leading cannabis stocks. And let's just go back 3 years. So, all right, let me. So whether you're long the stock or not, I would never recommend FOMOing in at the very beginning of when the stock goes public, because the true value of the stock is really unknown, and I would rather wait a little bit to see what the market thinks the stock should be worth. You see here, at one point, Tilray went all the way up to $300, and it came back down. But let's just call it 150. All right. So at one point, Tilray opened and it went up to $150. Imagine FOMOing in at $150 when Tilray went public, and it goes all the way down to $2.50. You guys don't want to be caught bag holding. This is why I didn't go into Coinbase. This is why I didn't go into CCIV. When something goes public, you should just wait a little bit and let the market decide what the true value of the stock should be. I know, guys, it's hard to resist FOMO, but with time, you get better. And I'm just using this as an example because what is MindMed trading at now? Like $5? So yeah, $5. but it went down after. Oh, yeah, about $5. So you don't want to FOMO in now, right? Because it looks like this thing could keep going up, but you don't want to FOMO in now and then this thing goes down to like $2 or $1. I really hope it doesn't, but these things realistically can happen. So, and if it does, you want to buy at $1 and $2, not $5 and get hold in the bag. So, yeah, personally, just based on the fundamentals, it's not something I would go for. But even if it was, I would hold off for maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. Let the market do its trading. Let the market decide the true value of the stock and get in at the true value. Maybe it will take off, and then you will be kicking yourself that you didn't get in early, you didn't FOMO in. But better safe than sorry. This is smarter gambling, right? Smarter gambling, not gambling. This is smarter gambling. So we'll have to see where this thing goes in the short term and the long term. I'm just really curious. You know, there hasn't been a company like this public before. So really nobody knows how to value it and if they should buy it or not. So you apes are the first one in. Testing the waters out for the rest of us. So you guys are doing a great service. I appreciate you guys. And I hope this thing blows up. Like I said, at the end of the day, I want everyone to make money. I want all the apes to make money. And I don't want you guys to lose money. So I don't want you guys doing anything dumb like buying high and selling low. So I think the best thing to do would be to hold off a little bit for now. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, there you have it. There is the quick DD of MindMed. And this weekend, I'll probably do more work on it and share what I have to and share my findings with you guys. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, that's the show for today. Didn't get time to get to any news or the YOLOs, but these were the two important things I wanted to talk about: microvision and mind medicine. And I apologize for all the interruptions today. A lot of sirens, a lot of horns, motorcycles. Not the best show, not the best production-wise, so I apologize to you guys, but that's the show, guys. Thank you everyone for watching today. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. And just a reminder, at 100 subs, I will be giving away an Xbox Series S. One of you guys is going to win this prize. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon, not financial advice. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. I see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.
My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then.